college football teams to fade. So, what teams did you pick, and why are we fading them?
Okay, yeah, we're going all over the map here today. Andy, two bowl teams to fade. Let's start kind of early in the bowl season. Let's go to the Cure Bowl. South Florida versus Old Dominion. South Florida is a bowl team that I am looking to fade. Market agrees with me. USF opened -7.5. Numbers already down to -6. Bulls are going through a coaching change, guys. Alex Golish heading to Auburn. He's being replaced by Brian Hartline, the offensive coordinator for Ohio State. So you're talking about a program in transition during the bowl season. On top of that, even the USF senior, even if there wasn't this coaching change going on, Andy, I can't imagine that even the USF seniors are too excited about this final game. This is a team, USF, that had college football playoff aspirations. They lost outright at Navy. That was a game that I was on. I had Navy plus the points. Navy won outright. Didn't even need the double digits in that one. As a result, USF is playing now in one of the very first bowls. It's not even a destination for the players. The Cure Bowl takes place in Orlando, a hop, skip, and a jump from Tampa. So I just don't think we're going to get a very solid effort here out of USF. Meanwhile, Old Dominion should be motivated. This is their fourth ever bowl game. They were not in one last season. The Monarchs, they closed the regular season pretty strong, really strong, in fact. 5 straight wins. Now, it was not against the best of competition in the Sun Belt. But worth noting, the ODU defense allowed just 47 total points during that 5-game win streak, including only 26 in the last 4. So first bowl team I'm looking to fade here would be USF against Old Dominion in the Cure Bowl.
Old Dominion, didn't they played IU tough in the first? I mean, it was the first game of the season.
That was the first game of the season.
It was the very first. It was the very first game of the season, and I remember after that game, if you would have said IU's going to be number one, you'd be like, "No way!" They just kind of struggled against Old Dominion. That's a performance that's aged beautifully for Old Dominion. So that's an interesting take on Old Dominion. Let's go to North Texas. We're not big fans of North Texas. Why?
Yeah, shout out to you. We joked about Jesse. Shout out. I know he wanted to talk about this. North Texas team on the show. I absolutely concur with his opinion that North Texas is a bowl team to fade. They are facing San Diego State in the New Mexico Bowl. Pardon me. This is December 27th, so a little ways away still after Christmas. But Andy, we talk about monitoring movement with players and coaches during bowl season. But the other big question we always need to be asking ourselves when handicapping these bowls is motivation. And I cannot imagine North Texas is all that enthused about being in the New Mexico Bowl. This is a team that was 1 win away from the college football playoff. Of course, they lose the American Conference Championship game at Tulane last Friday. 5 turnovers by the Mean Green were the story there. Head coach Eric Morris, he's leaving for Oklahoma State. This just seems like it's going to be the mother of all flat spots for North Texas. And on the other side, you got San Diego State, who's in a bowl for the first time under Sean Lewis. It's their first bowl since 2022, period. That surprised me. San Diego State's a proud football program. They were 9-3 against the number during the regular season this year. And as for this game taking place in Albuquerque, this is key, central to the handicap. Don't think for a second that the Aztec players don't remember what happened the last time they set foot in this stadium. An overtime loss to New Mexico in the regular season finale cost San Diego State a spot in the Mountain West title game. So I think they're going to be really motivated here. Obviously, familiarity with the venue. This is a place they visit every 2 years. That can only help. So similar to the first bowl I talked about, market is in agreement with me here as well. Line's been bet down from +5.5 to +3.5. Honestly, I think San Diego State pretty live to win this game outright.
Yeah, you've been doing this for a while with college football and the bowls. This has got to be the weirdest year going into bowl. Like these teams opting out, just flat out saying we're not even going to play. Like, how are you approaching this bowl season?
Yeah, I changed a couple of years ago. You got to change with the time, Joe. You just got to throw your power ratings, with the exception of the college football playoff, just don't matter in these games at all. It's a lot of work. You obviously have to monitor like I said, the player movement, the coaching situation, and just understand, motivation actually, that's something that goes back even before the transfer portal era and whatnot. You always just, there's always been that motivational aspect in the bowl. So that's nothing new, but you really have to, take note. And to be clear just because a bunch of guys opt out. The market's going to react if there's a bunch of opt-outs. And then you have to ask yourself, well, has the market overreacted? I remember a few years ago, there was a game. It was Louisville. I think they're playing USC in a bowl. And Louisville started Miller Moss. Miller Moss USC started. I got confused because Miller Moss wound up going to Louisville. USC gave Miller Moss his first ever start, and he looked like $1 million, which is why Louisville probably welcomed eventually. So, you just got to be on top of things, know the personnel, know the movement, know the motivation. Making it sound easy, but it really isn't.
It's $5 Tuesday, Brian. Thank you so much for giving us those teams to fade. And yes, we're going to be checking in and figuring out what to do with these bowl games. This is going to be, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun, I think.
Yes.
Infuriating at times, but I think it's going to be entertaining down the stretch here. So what do you have up for $5 Tuesday?
Yeah, so we're going to have 2 plays up for $5. Say the first one, if you're watching this live, you still have plenty of time. If you're catching this in the replay and it's still early in the afternoon, you still have time. It's in the Champions League. Took it a little bit on the chin over the weekend in soccer, Andy. That is very unlike me. Very rare that we have a bad weekend in soccer. So I'm expecting to bounce back. Still most profitable soccer handicapper since April 2024. We're bouncing back with a 4% play in the Champions League. So you can get that right now for just $5. And then I will be adding a second $5 play. Obviously, the Champions League play goes in the afternoon. It's over in Europe. So we're going to be adding a college basketball play for $5 as well. WT.buzz/BP. It was a good Monday. Bounced back after disappointing Sunday, the loss with the Bills. We had the Pacers and the NBA. Chargers, as I mentioned, closed out the T's in the NFL. So we look to keep it rolling here. Have a big week and have a good December.